If you have ever looked in the mirror and thought, I used to be so athletic, what happened? What have I done? Where is my life? What is going on? This is not who I am. This is not me. I'm terrified. This episode is for you. Welcome to Beautiful Chaos. I am your host, Cass Bruins, Queen of Chaos herself, and I am super excited to bring this episode to you guys. So today we are going to talk about athletic identity and what it feels like to lose your athletic identity as an adult. So for those of you who don't know, at Cass Fitco, we teach former athletes who are feeling disconnected from their old self, who are feeling out of shape or just like unwell, overweight, and we teach them how to re-implement fitness into their life as adults, because we know what it's like to go from an athlete who has a very strict regimen, who is trained, who is doing all the things that they need to do, obviously, right? To an adult who feels like they let everything slip, they fell off the wagon, they gained weight, they became undisciplined, they lost motivation, they did all these things. We teach you how to go back to that athletic mindset, but as an adult. Because we're not 18 anymore. We're not just showing up to class, going to practice, going home to eat, and then repeating every day. We have lives now. We're adults. We have things to do, people to see, bills to pay, jobs to work, kids and dogs to take care of, and we don't have the time and the ability and the energy that we used to when we were once an athletes. Former athletes, this one is for you. So, number one, I guess let's start with part one, is what is athletic identity, really? What does that mean? Your athletic identity is what you identify as when you are athletic. Are you disciplined? Are you quick? Are you motivated? Are you gritty? Are any of the things that you may have felt once upon a time when you were an athlete, that is your athletic identity. Are you competitive? Do you always have to win? Do you have that edge to you? That is your athletic identity. It's how you define yourself through sport or athletics or fitness. So when you leave your sport or your athletics or your fitness, you lose your identity. You lose a piece of who you are. You lose what you've been calling yourself, who you've been as a person for that entire time. And that is really, really hard. It sucks to look in the mirror and be like, who am I? I don't even know. It sucks to have worked out for your entire life from grade school until high school or college or beyond, and then walk into the gym as a whole ass adult and look around and be like, what do I do? Where do I go? How do I work out? Like, I don't know. I don't know who I am. I don't know what to do. I don't know what lifts I should be doing. Like, and then you panic, right? I know because I speak from experiences, literally happened to me, and I even went to school for exercise physiology, but I thought I was going to be in more of like the medical testing field side of it, not like the actual one-on-one coaching side of it. So my experience was like a little bit different, but that's okay. Anyways, so I did sports my whole entire life. If you listen to the first episode, you know this. Did sports starting in elementary school all the way through college. Post-college, I competed in rowing as well. Competed in rowing in college and post. And I took some time off because I had to adult, right? I had to do my big girl job now that I'm out of college and do all the things and pay rent and have friends and learn how to be an adult. And I walked into the gym. I was finally ready to get my shit back together, right? I walked into the gym and I was like, oh my God. Like, do I just do the lifts that coach gave me in college? Do they even work? Should I do cardio? How long? Do I only do cardio? I don't know. They say cardio burns calories and fat. I kind of want to lose some fat. Like, is that what I do? I don't know. I don't really want to get too bulky, but I do really like feeling strong. Like, it was insane. And I'm sure that if you are listening to this and you can relate, you know exactly the feeling of being like, what the fuck? What do I do? And that's exactly how I felt. And that is actually why I created Cass Fitco, because I really want to help people who have that feeling, that lost sense of self. I want to teach you that you're not lost, you're just on the wrong path. You're trying to go back in time, and we need to go forward in time and embrace who we are now and stop trying to relive who we were back then. So, when you lose that athletic identity, it leads to all sorts, it wreaks havoc. You have low motivation, you're confused as to what to do, where you are, where to go, who you are. There's a lot of burnout, there's a lot of comparison, there's a lot of overtraining and overworking because you don't know what you're supposed to do, and then you burn out, and you just go into these cycles, and eventually it just leads to frustration and just quitting, failing altogether, right? I can't do this, I'm not 20 anymore. I'm old now. I'm over 30. I'm never going to be the same. I'll never look like I did in college. I'll never lift like I did in college, right? It starts, all these negative feelings and emotions start to fester, and then they take over, and you're just like, fuck fitness. I'm fine. I'm too busy for it anyways. I don't have time, right? You do have time. You have to make the time. You have to implement the time into your schedule. You have the time. But it's easier for you to say you don't have time than to admit that you don't know what the fuck to do. Sorry, just saying. So there is a bright light at the end of the tunnel. This is not just a negative rant here. The light at the end of the tunnel is you never lost your athletic identity. You didn't lose it. You just don't know how to use it now. You're still an athlete. You're still competitive, you're still gritty, you still work hard, you still bust your ass at work, you outwork everyone around you, you always want to win, right? It's an inherent part of who you are, right? It just looks different now because you have different goals, different abilities, different capabilities, different schedule, right? You're still an athlete, it just looks different for you now. So traits like your discipline, your drive, all those things, they are going to show up in other pieces of your life, and you need to recognize that they are still there. Just because you're frustrated that you don't know what to do or how you got where you are, that doesn't mean that you've changed as a person. It just means you don't know how to take those traits and adapt them into your adult fitness lifestyle, your adult athlete mentality. So what we need to do is we need to shift gears and evolve into an adult athlete, not a child athlete. We're not trying to go back to college. We're not trying to go back to high school. We're trying to take the traits that we learned and the things that we did back then and implement them into our life now. So how do we do that? Basically, you have to rebuild this whole thing in your current life, in your real life. You have to redefine what being an athlete looks like to you now. You're not going to just wake up one day and be like, I'm so motivated just like when I was 18. Like, that's not realistic. Let's not pretend like that's going to happen, and let's not hope that will be your saving grace one day, because it won't. I'm sorry to break it to you, but it's just not going to be your saving grace. It won't. But what will be your saving grace is taking a look in the mirror and be like, I am an athlete. I can figure this out. I just need the tools. I have the discipline. I have the drive. I have that athlete motivation. I just don't know how to use it now, right? You have to train for your current life, not your past life. You can't keep looking behind you. The more you look behind you, the more shit you run into when you're going forward, and it's not going to be fun, as in roadblocks. So you have to learn how to train for your current life. If you do work a crazy schedule, you are very busy, and you have minimal time to devote to yourself, that doesn't mean you don't have time. It just means we need to figure out how to make time. Does that mean working out only 2 times a week? Okay. Does that mean working out 5 times a week because your schedule allows it? Okay. It's still training. You're still doing the things that you say you're going to do. You have to have integrity with yourself. You have to do the shit you say you're going to do. Stop making excuses. You're not too busy. You're not too tired. You're not too all that shit. You're too embarrassed to admit that you can't do it with your current knowledge and education, with all the love in my heart for you. So we have to reconnect with our why. Our why is different now, right? We are not training because we have a championship game coming up. We're training because we want to feel better, because we want our clothes to fit, because we want to keep up with our kids, because we want to be able to pick up something heavy at the grocery store or around the house. That can still be a goal. Your goal doesn't have to be a championship game. Your goal doesn't have to be the next track meet. Your goal doesn't have to be anything of that sort. It can be real life stuff that you are training for. I'm training so that I could lift the cat litter up into the bed truck. Oh, truck bed. There we go. That's still a why. That's still a goal, and you can use that as fuel, like the championship game was. So, what we need to do to get there, we need to define our why. We need to make goals that fit our current life. If our goal is make time to work out 2 times a week so that I can feel better in my own skin, that's a good fucking start. It really is. It's a start, which most people aren't even starting because they're too embarrassed to admit that they have failed so far. And the only way to get past failure is to admit that you have failed, admit that you need help to proceed, and then getting help and fucking crushing it, moving forward. That's it. So, reconnect with your why. We need to surround yourself with support. Wow, words are very hard. This is going to be every episode, by the way, and it's not getting cut out, so just be prepared. We need to surround ourselves with support. This can be your spouse. However, do not use your spouse as an accountability partner. Let me say it again. Do not use your spouse as an accountability partner, as your only accountability partner. That is one of the best ways to fail and start fights. Don't use your spouse or your significant other as your one and only accountability partner to get your ass in gear, because you're both going to be miserable. You need to have support group around you. You need people who are going to stand in your corner and say, I want what's best for you, even if we have to have a hard conversation. I want what's best for you, even if it means doing something that I'm not really comfortable with. Like, not going out to the bar. Like, not having pizza every night. Like, not bringing over ice cream and, watching rom-coms and drinking wine until 2 a.m. You have to set the boundaries with the people around you so you can surround yourself with support. Because if you're not surrounded with support, you're also fucked. Respectfully. If you need extra support, CastFitCo does have a community that I love. It's on Facebook, and we are all here to support each other. People hype each other up. You can put it if you're having a good day, if you're having a bad day. It's just a nice place to go where everyone is there to see you benefit, because they want to benefit themselves as well. And if everyone brings each other up, there's only one place to go. So, I want you to try and take a little bit of personal reflection now, right? If you're sitting here going, wow, all of this hit really hard. You might be a little bit of teary-eyed. You also maybe might be a little bit pissed off. That's fine. They're both emotions and we can feel things. But it's time to take some personal reflection about who you are, where you're at right now. And we don't have to worry about why you got here. It doesn't matter. It's in the past. But what we need to do is recognize that you did get here. You are here right now. You are here now, feeling miserable, feeling lost, feeling frustrated, feeling embarrassed, feeling upset. It doesn't matter how we got here, that's fine. But what we need to decide is how we're going to get out of it, because you cannot continue to live your life feeling like shit about yourself and making excuses as to why. You cannot continue to live your life feeling like shit about yourself and then making excuses as to why. You need to decide where you're at and how the fuck we're going to get out of it if you're in a bad place. If you're in a good place, don't get out of it. We're going to keep going. But if you feel lost and you're just like, oh my god, I don't even know what to do, but this is exactly me, I am here for you. This is what I do for a living. I want to help you get out of this place because I've been in that place. I have been standing in the gym in tears, pissed off at myself, going, why the fuck don't I know what to do? I was an athlete for 14 years before this. Why the fuck don't I know how to lift? Why don't I know how to grow my glutes? Why don't I know how to lose weight? Because you weren't taught, and that's okay. But what I do know is every single job I've had, I outwork every single person there. Every single time that there's any kind of light competition, I'm full in 100%. I will win or else. That it's because I'm an athlete, and you are too, and you can bring those traits into your current lifestyle because you didn't lose you may have lost your athletic identity as a young athlete, but you can recreate a new adult athletic identity, and that is the whole point. So, you're still an athlete. Deep down inside, you still have the traits that you loved about yourself when you were younger. You just may not have the health and the physique that you love as an adult, and that is okay because we can change those things. So, you're an athlete. Start acting like it. Figure out your why. Reconnect. and let's make a plan to move forward. So I would love if this impacted you positively or negatively. I don't care. Send me a DM on either Instagram or Facebook. Facebook is Cass Bruins. Instagram is Cass Fit Co. Share your story. Like, let me know if this is helpful for you, if you loved it, if you hated it, if you feel like you're connected, if you feel like I'm an asshole. I don't care. I want to hear about it because I'm out here trying to positively impact lives. And if you felt like this was impactful for you, shoot me a message. And I can't wait to see you on the next episode. Cheers.